Hi, everyone. So I'm here today to give you your astrology for August 4th through the 10th. I'm taking you to vacation with me. Today, I am in South Carolina in the Savannah area. So shout out to everybody that's out there. And so let's talk about this week. This week is going to be very impactful because we have not only Lionsgate Portal on August 8th, but we also have a full moon in the sign of Aquarius on August 9th. And if you guys were seeing the astrology, where I was talking about your zodiac signs, I talk about major astrological events. And one of the major astrological events falls upon this week. And it's all about like breaking down walls and limitations that might be restricting you from being your authentic self. So I would say it's really good for you to like really pay attention to yourself, notice the signs and synchronicities, and really like jot down anything that feels like I don't want this anymore in my life, or this is something that I see myself in. Pay attention to your dreams. All of that is kind of you're receiving subtle hints and subtle, like I want to say feedback from the universe about I'm aligning to this and I'm not aligning to that. So let's go through the week so that you know a little bit more about what's happening. So now we start with this Monday the 4th. The moon will enter the sign of Sagittarius, and there will be a trine with the sun and Leo. Now, you know how I tell you that trines are kind of triangulations of energy, something that returns to come back to show you a different way of looking at a situation, right? It's a return back of energy that allows you to change things and to create them in a different way. The energy of Sagittarius is one where you're direct, you're focused, and you're kind of moving in the direction that you know is inherently good for you because you're the sovereign being of yourself. And this trine energy with the sun in Leo is clarity about some egoic aspect of yourself, some things that you do that might not be for your greatest good, and things that you might need to adjust to be able to move in the direction that you want. So, ego is a good thing and it's a bad thing depending on who you are and how strong you pay attention to it, right? And so, some ways it's a protective agency where you're protecting yourself from something bad that can potentially happen to you. And other ways it can be a situation where you just want everybody else to do what you say because you know better. So see how it can be two contrasts really large, and it all of this is lining up with the energy of Sagittarius. So who do you want to present yourself to be in the world at this moment? I would say that you're very determined, you're very focused, you're very driven to move in the direction that is correct for you. Please pay attention to your day. And before you start the day, I would ask myself out loud. You don't even have to meditate on this. Just out loud, ask yourself, what do I want? And then that's it. I'm not asking you to do more than that. Just what do I want? Sit on that for a little bit, get ready for the day, go throughout the day. Notice the things that don't work out the way that you want and the things that don't align the way that you want and what that means to you. Is it an adjustment that you have to do within yourself, or is it an adjustment that you have to do in your surroundings? And then that helps you determine the healthy boundaries that you're going to have to create so that you can feel safe in time and energy and peace, right? So really pay attention to the world around you because it's speaking to you. You just have to be able to see what it is trying to tell you. All right, I hope this helps. So now we get to Tuesday, the 5th. We have the moon entering Capricorn, and we have a square in Neptune in Aries. So the moon in Capricorn is this energy where you're disciplined, where you have committed yourself to certain situations and you're going to follow through in those commitments. So it is a very determined energy. This is an energy of signing contracts, of agreements, and this can be in your inner soul or this can be external, where you're joining a group or an organization. So keep that in mind. But then we have this square energy that usually means limitations or restrictions, something that's trying to the wall, let's say, that is trying to be created in front of us to stop us from being able to move forward. And this is in Neptune and Aries. So Neptune and Aries, like we had told you, is in retrograde for a very long time, 14 years. So it reveals to us this energy of they're not like us, right? I want to be over there. I'm over here. I'm not comfortable where I am, and I'm moving forward. But when there's a square in that energy, what it's saying is, do I really want to commit to what I just committed to? Is it just going to be more work than it's worth? Is it going to limit me more than it's going to help me? So this is your internal battle. You might see it external, because sometimes when we don't want to see something inside of ourselves, we actually project it outwardly, and people play out our mental lives in the things around us. Okay. But this is you trying, I want to say trying to determine if it's worth it, if the things you agree to, if the commitment, if the discipline, if the work is going to be worth it, all the things that you're going to confront, all the things that you're going to have to change, all the things that you're going to have to evolve. So this is an internal battle of should I or shouldn't I? And we see it present here on Tuesday. This is a rattle up energy because of the fact of what is happening starting Wednesday, and it's going to continue till the end of the year. So keep in mind that this internal turbulence, these Mondays and Tuesday, is this energy of residual internal turbulence of should I stay or should I go? Should I walk? Should I shouldn't? Like, is this worth it? Is this not? And it's like this tug and pull, tug and pull, tug and pull. And you're being asked, how committed are you to the future that you want? So that would be my question. And that is why starting Monday, I told you to start asking yourself, what is it that I want? Every single morning, and then just observing your world afterwards, because your mind will project outwardly what you do like, what you don't like, and what you should align to and what you should commit to. I hope this helps. All right, so now we go to Wednesday the 6th. Mars enters Libra. This is significant because this energy shall be in the matrix until September 22nd. So we'll see the influence of Mars in Libra from when the 6th, August the 6th, Wednesday the 6th, all the way to September 22nd. And what this is all about is this energy of balance, justice, this balancing of judgment. Okay. It's actually initiating this frequency that's about to come, which is on the 8th. But back to the subject hand. Though that is true, let's talk about how this is going to influence you. Mars is the energy of the masculine parts of ourselves. We all have feminine and masculine, and this is the energy of fight or action, drive, ambition, right? Just getting things done. The warrior energy inside of you. Libra is an energy of, I just want everything to feel good within myself. I want my action to feel good, and then I also want my peace to feel good, and it has to be a balance between the two. So because we have this energy, what we will be seeing is um, frustrations with ourselves and frustrations with the things around us. So if we have been procrastinating because we want to sleep because we haven't been sleeping enough, and then we get mad at ourselves because we haven't been sleeping enough when we have to get things done. So Mars is like, let's get this done, but Libra is like, we haven't slept in so long just because we've been in fight or flight for so long. I just need to sleep. And it's this fight between your mind and your actions, right? And so keep that in mind, because it is a tug of war energy. Now, that aside, let's talk about spiritually. Okay. Spiritually, this is like karmic justice. This is when things are starting to be seen, things are starting to be addressed, and things are starting to be called out and adjusted. So this is a discovery of things, shocking revelations. It might be in your personal life, it might be in your little bubble, it might be of yourself, but this can also be shocking revelations of your society, of the world, of whatever, things that were hidden coming to light, and you might see it in social media and all kinds of things. And this is just like shock after shock. Even though I think this entire year has kind of been this energy, it's more of that, because there is a need to balance the scales. So whatever you reveal to yourself about yourself, let's say, you know what, I'm procrastinating not because I'm lazy, but because I keep thinking that I have to do something to prove myself, right? So everyone has always told me that a lazy person is not going to result in nothing in their lives, right? But In this case, I'm starting to notice that lazy person isn't going to result to nothing in their life. A lazy person sometimes is just burnt out and just needs that extra time. And once they get that extra time, they'll have so much extra energy to be able to create change. Okay. So listen to yourself is what I'm trying to tell you. Because sometimes I think we push ourselves way too hard because we're holding ourselves in this judgment that we're not enough. Okay. I hope this helps. Let's go to the next day. So now we have the moon in Aquarius going to the trine of Uranus in Gemini. This is the 7th, August 7th. I forgot to start saying that. The moon in Aquarius is this energy of having to be creative, how to be authentic, having to be yourself. So we're going to feel that energy. But then there's this triangulation energy, something that's coming back. And what's coming back is drastic change. Okay. So Uranus in Gemini it's all about change in the way you communicate, change in the way that things are being understood, change in the way that things are being received by people around you. So um, I feel like Uranus and Gemini has a tendency of being extremely chaotic. Actually, it has a way of being um, shock, friction that comes out of nowhere. Like somebody just throwing a curveball on you and you're like, where the hell did that come from? It came from an energy of the trine, something that that person or that situation didn't reveal the first time because they thought it wasn't the right time, or because they felt like they needed more information, or they felt like um, they didn't have the authority to do something, and coming back and saying, F that, I have to really tell you how it is, or I have to really reveal this to you because I don't feel comfortable about this, right? Because if I continue this pattern, if I continue this path, if I continue doing what you expect from me, then I feel like I'm devaluing my thoughts, my asks, my desires. So because of this, I feel like there's going to be more division, which I'm not surprised, because tomorrow is the Lionsgate portal. So it's kind of like you're already creating that division. You're already deciding, these are the two paths that I can take. This is the path that I used to take. This is a new path. I'm tired of taking this path. I want to go this way because I feel like that's more aligned to me. And so don't be surprised if this might create this energy of, I'm over it. I'm over you. I'm over the situation. I'm over everything. This is where, that song, They're Not Like Us, They're Not Like Us, really comes to light, because you're literally starting to notice the differences of thought, of behavior, of actions, of feelings of the people around you. It's kind of like finally noticing the fakeness of the situations around you and saying, I don't want to be part of that group anymore. And I don't feel like fitting into that group anymore. And I don't have a need or desire to do so. This is also a time, like I said, that we will be seeing a lot of communications out in the world. And so Wednesday and Thursday is just a lot of things coming at you, a lot of revelations, a lot of things that you're like, holy crap, I can't believe this is actually happening. I feel like I'm living in an action adventure movie. But I think that this is kind of the theme of the entire year. I mean, I know that makes me laugh a little, but like the entire year has been very strongly this energy of um, things coming to light that that didn't come to light before. So keep yourself, I would say, take everything with a grain of salt. Every single time that any situation reveals itself to you, you should ask, what is it that I want? And what feels right to me? Because right now your soul is talking very strongly and it can really guide you. All right. All right. So now we get to Friday the 8th. And here is the official Lionsgate portal. Turn, turn, turn. We also have Mars in Libra. So the energy of Wednesday. And then we have Uranus in Gemini, the energy of Thursday. See, Wednesday, Thursday, right? I'm all confused. And then we have an opposition in Saturn and Aries, which is just an extra, I want to say, oomph to the energy that we've already been experiencing. So like what I told you before, Lionsgate portal really does feel like either you go left or you go right. You can't take the middle ground, right? It's kind of like the energy of you got to pick a lane. And then we have karmic justice, karmic balance. So this is like if a certain group, a certain organization, or a certain idea does not align with your internal balancing system, it doesn't matter what you try to do to try to bring it into balance inside yourself, you just will constantly feel uncomfortable until you split. Okay. um the energy of the opposition, of the trine in Uranus and Gemini, it's a lot of shocking revelations, a lot of shocking news, a lot of shocking truths that come through to you from the right to the left to the up to the down to the inside to the outside. It's kind of like, oh my god, can things just slow down, because Uranus and Gemini are so fast, and it's like everything is happening all at once. And then we have this opposition, which is this constriction, and it's that Saturn and Aries. So everything that is being told to you, everything that is being said to you, everything that is being revealed to you at this precise moment is an opposition to the way that you structured your life, right? Saturn is all about discipline. It's all about this energy of restrictions, right? This is the box they put you in, right? And Aries is the energy of the emperor. So it's the energy that the, I want to say, hierarchy puts you in. This is your glass ceiling. You can never break this. This is who you are. This is what you are. And you will never be any more than what we told you that you are. And you're going to sit in this little box and you will be placed in this little corner. And then you're just going to suck it up. And I'm going to continue to live off of you because that's just the way it is. That's that energy. Okay. And so what is happening is the breaking of that box and you revealing to yourself, I don't need to stay in this box. You only have power because I gave it to you. And the moment that I take it away from you, you're nothing. This has to do with like that belief system about, you know, you're a minority, you're a female, you're X, Y, and Z. Each one of those things are made to divide us, because it divided, they conquer us. And this is that belief system of, holy crap, here I am believing these two or three little people saying that we should fight against each other because they're not like us, when we're all in the same boat, and these two or three little people are like sitting there living rent free in our energy. It's about time we kick them the hell out and now start seeing each other as the whole that we are. And so it's a preparation for the following day, right? Because that is also breaking down walls and limitations. But this is when you literally say, I'm done living your reality and it's time for me to live mine. And it sounds like I don't care what you think, what you say, I'm done. And it all comes through from all these revelations that come forward. So it's like lies being revealed, people that made you feel less than, situations that made you feel like you owed them or something like that, just all of a sudden not having that power over you. So just keep in mind that this is something that is going to be playing out for the rest of the year once this Lion Gate portal blows out. And I feel like it's a very chaotic time. It's going to be a very turbulent time because, of course, if you're on the top, you're not going to want to go down to everybody else's level and be the same because you've been on top. So they're going to try to stay there. And it's that war between the balance and imbalance. And so I'm expecting this to be a very turbulent time, and it starts in this 8th, and it just continues on for the next couple of years. So I guess learn how to float, because these waters are going to go all over the place. And if the more you just go with the flow, the better it is going to be for you. I hope this helps. Now we get to Saturday, the 9th of August. I'm going to just chime in to let you know that if you haven't seen the zodiac readings for every single sign in my YouTube channel, I would recommend you to check it out. This has a lot to do. I went into detail about how much this is affecting every single sign. And it might be very valuable for you to see that. Okay. But that being said, there's an Aquarius full moon, and there's also Mars and Libra oppose Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So I want to say it's a hot mess day. So the full moon in Aquarius makes you be more creative, more authentic, blah, 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 removing masks, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But the thing that's important is this Mars energy as it plays out with the Saturn and Neptune. This is an event that happens once every 36 years. It's been marked in history as one of those events and that break down regimes, governments, belief systems. So, for example, 1989 was the last time this happened, and that's when the Berlin Wall came down, right? So, I need you to have that as a thought process. The Berlin Wall came down, a regime and an era of oppression ended after that. I mean, yes, there's a lot of turbulence that happened right after it, but it was the like a staple point that created an influx, that created a ripple through time, and it changed many things in our reality. So, that being said, here we're having the moon in Aquarius, the full moon of Aquarius, which is already very impactful because we are in the age of Aquarius and Pluto is in Aquarius, right? So, Pluto, change, Pluto, karma, Pluto, the underworld, right? Coming to the forefront and saying, no more masks, no more lies. We will see the truth of you. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. It doesn't matter how much money, influence, or whatever you think you have. We will see you. You will never hide again. And we will take back what is ours. That is the energy of this full moon. And then you have this energy of, we're breaking down these walls, these glass ceilings, these boxes that you put us in because they're bullshit and we're not going to let you put us there anymore. And all of it comes with this energy of Aries, which is, I am sovereign within myself. I am the emperor within myself. So all those things combined is, if you were thinking about the glass ceiling I was talking about, or the wall that I was talking about in the 8-8 portal, and like making a decision, either you go right or you go left, but there is no middle ground. It's either right or left, and that's it. This is literally breaking down that glass ceiling. This is really breaking down those lies that were told to you your entire life about why you can't do something, why you're not good enough for something. It's just breaking in. And then you're given the opportunity to, and opportunity is an important word there, to now go for it. And so, as I'm looking at this energy, what I want to say to you is that try it again. Whatever it is that seemed to, you kept falling in your face and you kept falling in your face and you kept limiting yourself. And it's like, fuck, it didn't matter what you did, never did it work out. Starting Saturday on, try it again. Try that career, try that opportunity, try talking to that person, try breaking down that limitation, because the wall has come down, and the only thing that can stop you now would be you, right? And the reason that you would stop yourself is because you're scared. But then that's a choice. It wasn't that the opportunity wasn't there, it's that you were too scared to take it. And so I would ask you to try. And now, mind you, even though this glass ceiling is gone, and even though you're getting out of the box, it doesn't mean that this will be a cakewalk, because you will have to confront every demon inside yourself every time that you go through a cycle like this. So this is like imposter syndrome. This is like, I can't. This is like every single word that was told to you that stopped you, you will be confronting every single one of them. So it's not going to be easy, but is it worth it? I say it is. So go for it. I hope this helps. And now we get to Sunday the 10th. Sunday the 10th is really easy. It's just Mars and Libra, trine, Pluto and Aquarius. And this is a return of self. This is literally a part of you that you never allowed yourself to be, a part of you that you never allowed yourself to think, a part of you that you thought was lost, that inner child that forgot how to be a child and started becoming an adult, boring and stagnant, finally coming back. And so I feel like after this Sunday, it's going to be this period of discovery. You're discovering yourself, you're discovering your truth, and you're giving yourself the allowance to be different. And so I would say for this Sunday, take it easy, enjoy the bliss of being a kid again, of being light again, of being your authentic self, because you're realizing that everything is bullshit and you can just be you. So enjoy.